यार कहती मुझे नींद नहीं आती काम किए जो सारे रिस्की है।
Ladies and gentlemen, you are still not ready for this.
ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਲਾਰੇ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ। ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਅੜੀਏ ਤੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੱਟ ਤੇ ਤੋਂ ਜੱਕ ਤੇ ਹੋਣੀ ਬਿਨ ਪੀਤਿਆਂ ਟੱਲੀ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੁਣ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਨੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੱਲ ਚੁਰਾਲੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੁਣਾ ਇਹ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਪਾਗਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਉਮਰ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀ
did it, Steve. You sold it.
You nailed it, man.
So, what's your plan?
Who?
Future Steve. We're just gonna do big things.
Future Steve.
Future Steve?
I could be a big-time property developer. Future Steve says I can get a big middle ladder, call me on.
Wow.
Yeah. I can buy a big home and be a stay-at-home dad.
What is it? 4 or 5 bedrooms?
I could be an ultra runner, an ultra dad.
Landlord.
Who rents to pet people? Or I could travel the world, fall in love with an anteater, and retire right here.
Well, sounds like you got a lot of big ideas, Steve.
Oh, it's future Steve now.
Offer and toss. Do big things.
Every great meal has a story behind it, and across all kitchens in New Zealand, that story begins with Kashish Foods. We are New Zealand's largest Kiwi Indian food brand, bringing the finest basmati rice, authentic spices, ghee, and many more food ingredients together with the purity of New Zealand. Let us show you how it all comes together through our seamless supply chain. From 6 state-of-the-art warehouses and local production sites, we bring quality straight to your plate. Every ingredient ensures unmatched quality and authentic flavor for all culinary creations. Kashish Foods, trusted across New Zealand. Eat better, live better. Find us today at your local supermarket.
New Zealand's fastest growing industries are calling for skilled professionals in business informatics, software engineering, and beyond. UB Colleges has been delivering industry-ready graduates for over 30 years through project-based learning, real industry experience, and outcomes that matter. Our master's programs are built around the skills New Zealand needs most. Be where the demand is. UB Colleges.
Good evening, everybody. It is so great to see you all here tonight. We're about to get things underway shortly, so if you'd like to grab your seats, if you're not sure where you're seated, there's a seating chart at the front doors by the entry to the ballroom. Grab yourself a drink, and we'll get things underway very shortly.
Since 2011, Scarswell has redefined affordable luxury through research-driven comfort. New Zealand's leading mattress manufacturer with globally patented sleep impressions. We invite you to wake up tonight, refreshed and energized with stars.
To be able to bootstrap a company from a corner shop in Christchurch all the way up to a national food service distribution chain, all with a single shareholder, is absolutely amazing.
My father always had a large dream right from the time he's come over and immigrated to New Zealand in the early 80s. So we started very small and normally worked incredibly hard. We saw those 7-day weeks. Quality is critical to the business. Everything we bring in from overseas, everything we source locally, we focus on quality.
We definitely have key family values that we all follow. I think we need to take people with us. And in leadership, you always want to take people with you. And grow the company that they feel part of it.
Good afternoon and welcome to the official opening of the new Service Foods home here in Marmari.
We are proud to be 100% New Zealand family employing close to 600 staff across the country.
Technology is a big part of what we do. We're always looking at the most cutting-edge systems.
We're focusing on investing in EV trucks, EV vehicles. Dream for the future is to create a really large, sustainable business that gives back to society. That's my goal, long term. So we're talking 20, 30 years is to really build something that is massive in scale, started from New Zealand,
and ensure that we can actually help the community, help our people, and help our customers.
Kia ora and namaste. Welcome to the Indian Weekender, New Zealand's leading Indian multimedia news platform. The Indian Weekender connects with the hearts and minds of 300,000 readers across the community and wider public. Our footprint combines on-ground journalism with compelling, influencer-style video content. We are also proud to have a strong presence across digital and print platforms, with a weekly newspaper published every Friday, available free of charge. Founded in 2009, the Indian Weekender is known for its deep community connection and for delivering original, hard-hitting, and engaging content that truly resonates. For advertisers, we offer the opportunity to explore a powerful advertising network with the Indian Weekender. Brands can craft personalized advertising campaigns, collaborate meaningfully with our platform, gain increased visibility, and leverage data-driven insights for more effective community outreach and engagement. With a digital-first approach, we strongly encourage digital advertising campaigns across our website and social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok, ensuring a strong outreach. Our weekly print edition continues to enjoy strong distribution across Auckland. Readers eagerly look forward to picking up the newspaper every Friday, free of charge, from gurudwaras and temples, all leading Indian grocery stores, prominent Indian establishments, and selected pack and save. Beyond media, the Indian Weekender has built a strong legacy in events and promotions. Since 2013, we have proudly managed the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, New Zealand's largest annual Kiwi Indian event, celebrating outstanding individuals and achievements within the community. We invite you to be a part of this flagship celebration. The Indian Weekender is also a key promoter and sponsor of major cultural celebrations, including Auckland Diwali, music concerts, and other significant Indian festivals. Through these initiatives, we play a vital role in fostering community engagement, preserving cultural traditions, and supporting the continued growth and recognition of the Kiwi Indian community in New Zealand. The Indian Weekender family invites you to partner with us through thoughtfully tailored advertising packages across print and digital platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Get in touch with us.
Such a treat to have you all here tonight. Just another reminder to make sure that you make your way to your seat. We're about to get underway with formalities. If you haven't grabbed yourself a drink already, make sure that you do, and we'll get things started very shortly.
Let us show you how it all comes together through our seamless supply 6 state-of-the-art warehouses and local production sites, we bring quality straight to your plate. Every ingredient ensures unmatched quality and authentic flavor for all culinary creations. Kishish Foods, trusted across New Zealand. Eat better, live better. Find us today at your local supermarket.
New Zealand's fastest growing industries are calling for skilled professionals in business informatics, software engineering, and beyond. UB Colleges has been delivering industry-ready graduates for over 30 years through project-based learning, real industry experience, and outcomes that matter. Our master's programs are built around the skills New Zealand needs most. Be where the demand is. UB Colleges.
And just another reminder, everybody, if you haven't found your seat already, would you like to make your way to your table? If you're not 100% sure where you're sitting, there is a seating chart at the front of the ballroom, but if you could please take your seat so we can get the formalities underway very, very shortly.
Since 2011, skills are redefined for luxury and research-driven comfort. New Zealand's leading mattress manufacturer globally patented skill innovations invite you to wake up today, refreshed and energized with stars.
To be able to bootstrap a company from a corner shop in Christchurch all the way up to a national food service distribution chain, all with a single shareholder, is absolutely amazing.
My father always had a large dream right from the time he was kind of immigrated to New Zealand in the early 80s. So we started very small and then we worked incredibly hard. We saw that quality is critical to business. Everything that we bring in overseas, everything that we source locally, we focus on quality. We definitely have good family values that we live by. I think we pay people. And leadership, we always want to take people with you. And we're always going that they're for the party.
Good afternoon and welcome to the official opening of the new Service Foods home here in Māori.
We are proud to be 100% New Zealand, employing close to 600 staff across the country.
Technology is a big part of what we do. We're always looking at the most cutting-edge systems. We're focusing on anything EV trucks, EV vehicles. For the future, it's to create a really large, sustainable business that gives back to society. That's my goal, long term. So we're talking 20, 30 years is to really build something that is massive in scale, starting from New Zealand, and ensure that we can actually help the community, help our people, and help our customers.
Welcome to the Indian Weekend, New Zealand's leading Indian multimedia news platform. The Indian Weekender connects with the hearts and minds of 300,000 readers across the community and wider public. Our footprint combines on-ground journalism with compelling, influencer-style video content. We are also proud to have a strong presence across digital and print platforms, with a weekly newspaper published every Friday, available free of charge. Founded in 2009, the Indian Weekender is known for its deep community connection and for delivering original, hard-hitting, and engaging content that truly resonates. For advertisers, we offer the opportunity to explore a powerful advertising network with the Indian Weekender. Brands can craft personalized advertising campaigns, collaborate meaningfully with our platform, gain increased visibility, and leverage data-driven insights for more effective community outreach and engagement. With a digital-first approach, we strongly encourage digital advertising campaigns across our website and social media YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok, ensuring a strong outreach. Our weekly print edition continues to enjoy strong distribution across Auckland. Readers eagerly look forward to picking up the newspaper every Friday, free of charge, from gurudwaras and temples, all leading Indian grocery stores, prominent Indian establishments, and selected pack and sale. Beyond media, the Indian Weekender has built a strong legacy in events and promotions. Since 2013, we have proudly managed the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, New Zealand's largest annual Kiwi Indian event, celebrating outstanding individuals and achievements within the community. We invite you to be a part of this flagship celebration. The Indian Weekender is also a key promoter and sponsor of major cultural celebrations, including Auckland Diwali, music concerts, and other significant Indian festivals. Through these initiatives, we play a vital role in fostering community engagement, preserving cultural traditions, and supporting the continued growth and recognition of the Kiwi Indian community in New Zealand. The Indian Weekender family invites you to partner with us through thoughtfully tailored advertising packages across print and digital platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Get in touch with us.
New Zealand needs more.
New Zealand's leading mattress manufacturer, located in several nations, energy to tea, refreshed,
To be able to bootstrap a company from a corner shop in Christchurch all the way up to a national food service distribution chain, all with a single shareholder, is absolutely amazing.
My father always had a large dream, right from the time he was kind of immigrated to New Zealand in the early 80s. So we started very small and wanted to work incredibly hard. He sort of said that quality is critical to the business. Everything we bring from overseas, everything we source locally, we focus on quality. We definitely have food and having to do with quality. I think we need to do this. And leadership is really going to take people with you. And you're becoming a miracle part.
Good afternoon and welcome to the official opening of the new Service Foods home here in Marketing.
We are proud to be 100% New Zealand, where we employ close to 600 staff across the country.
Technology is a real part of what we do. We're always looking at the most cutting-edge systems, and we're focusing on producing EV trucks, EV vehicles. Big for the future, it's to create a really large, sustainable business that gives back to society. That's my goal, long term. So we're doing it for 30 years is to really build something that is massive in scale, start with New Zealand, and ensure that we can actually help the community, help our people, and help our customers.
Kia ora and namaste. Welcome to the Indian Weekend, New Zealand's leading Indian multimedia news platform. The Indian Weekender connects with the hearts and minds of 300,000 readers across the community and wider public. Our footprint combines on-ground journalism with compelling, influencer-style video content. We are also proud to have a strong presence across digital and print platforms, with a weekly newspaper published every Friday, available free of charge. Founded in 2009, the Indian Weekender is known for its deep community connection and for delivering original, hard-hitting, and engaging content that truly resonates. For advertisers, we offer the opportunity to explore a powerful advertising network with the Indian Weekender. Brands can craft personalized advertising campaigns, collaborate meaningfully with our platform, gain increased visibility, and leverage data-driven insights for more effective community outreach and engagement. With a digital-first approach, we strongly encourage digital advertising campaigns across our website and social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok, ensuring a strong outreach. Our weekly print edition continues to enjoy strong distribution across Auckland. Readers eagerly look forward to picking up the newspaper every Friday, free of charge, from gurudwaras and temples, all leading Indian grocery stores, prominent Indian establishments, and selected pack and save. Beyond media, the Indian Weekender has built a strong legacy in events and promotions. Since 2013, we have proudly managed the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, New Zealand's largest annual Kiwi Indian event, celebrating outstanding individuals and achievements within the community. We invite you to be a part of this flagship celebration. The Indian Weekender is also a key promoter and sponsor of major cultural celebrations, including Auckland Diwali, music concerts, and other significant Indian festivals. Through these initiatives, we play a vital role in fostering community engagement, preserving cultural traditions, and supporting the continued growth and recognition of the Kiwi Indian community in New Zealand. The Indian Weekender family invites you to partner with us through thoughtfully tailored advertising packages across print and digital platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Get in touch with us.
Alrighty, everybody, we're about to get things underway, so if you'd like to find your table, find your seat, get comfortable, and get ready for tonight's awards. We've got a great show for you, so if you can please find your seats and your tables, and we'll get things underway really shortly. Alrighty, everybody, I definitely mean it this time. We are literally moments away from getting started, so if you could please grab your seats, find your tables, and we can get things started.
Trusted across New Zealand. Eat better, live better. Find us today at your local store.
New Zealand's fastest growing industries are calling for skilled professionals in business informatics, software engineering, and beyond. UB Colleges has been delivering industry-ready graduates for over 30 years through project-based learning, real industry experience, and outcomes that matter. Our master's programs are built around the skills New Zealand needs most. Be where the demand is. UB Colleges.
Kia ora, good evening, namaste, sat shri akal, vanakkam, kem cho everybody, and welcome. I really do mean it this time, now I'm up here in person, so if you could please find your seats and your tables, because now is time to kickstart this wonderful evening. It is so wonderful to see and hear all the energy and the excitement in the room. Just wait for everybody to find their seats. We've got a very special guest arriving shortly. Waiting a couple of moments for everyone to find their posse for the evening. Shuffle on up, grab those seats, plonk down at your tables. And if I can please ask for your attention now, that would be wonderful, so we can get the formalities underway. Just asking for a little bit of quiet, everybody. Oh. Now that's one way to get everybody's attention. This is our Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Christopher Luxon. If we can please be upstanding, give him a round of applause. Our very punctual, very on-time Prime Minister, who has stolen the show this morning. Good evening, Prime Minister. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. That's one way to get all of your attention, so thank you very much. As I said, kia ora, namaste, sat shri akal, vanakkam, kem cho everybody, and welcome this evening. Please feel free to take your seats now and get comfortable. It's been so wonderful to be here this evening, to feel all the excitement and the energy in the room. It is a wonderful place to be, full of colour, a lot of sparkles. I'm noticing everyone looks absolutely stunning tonight. Now, just a few housekeeping rules before we kick formalities off. In the unlikely event of an emergency, just follow your way to the nearest exit. If you get lost, make sure you buddy up with one of the quarter staff and they'll be able to point you in the right direction. The bathrooms, of course, are out the doors of the ballroom and off to the right. And obviously later on, that's where you'll also find the bar. Very, very important. Now, I know it's a very exciting evening as well, and you're all keen to work the room to network and chat with each other, but if we can ask for you to remain in your seats and keep the noise to a minimum while we hand out the awards, that would be greatly appreciated. We also have a fun little game happening this evening. You can be in the running to win a hamper from Service Foods, which is very exciting. I'm told there's a whole bunch of goodies in that hamper. So we want you to get posting about this evening. Post on Instagram, Facebook, snap a selfie, snap an outfit picture, maybe snap a beautiful picture of this wonderful setup, and you hashtag HOF26. So that's Instagram, Facebook, get posting, capture those memories of the night. Now, I realise I've been standing up here yapping and I haven't even introduced myself yet. Everybody, my name is Wilhelmina O'Keefe, and it is such a pleasure to be here with you all this evening. This is actually the 4th time that I've emceed the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, and, thank you. And I'm always really excited when I get the call up, and I'd actually emceed twice before, and then I got lucky enough to be able to travel to New Delhi to work for a month in a newsroom over there in a consulting role, and it was a transformational month for me, and I was so welcomed, and it's just so wonderful to see our communities combined here in New Zealand, the Kiwi Indian community. I feel very privileged to be a part of, so thank you very, very much. Now, I know our Prime Minister and his lovely wife Amanda stole the spotlight for a moment, but we do have some other well-known guests and faces here in attendance who I'd like to recognise. The High Commissioner of India in New Zealand, Her Excellency Muanpui Sayawi, Simeon Brown, Chris Hipkins, Kamal Sepuloni, Jenny Salesa, Priyanka Radhakrishnan, Sir Anand and Lady Susan Satyanand, Nikhil Ravashankar, Nick Sauntner, and Ashwin Johar, our dignitaries and former inductees to the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame. To each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here tonight and taking the time to celebrate. We are here, of course, for this celebration, the most prestigious and anticipated event on the Kiwi Indian calendar. You guys are in for a great night. Not only is it awards, but there are incredible performances in the wings. It's a night where we shine a spotlight on the trailblazers, innovators, artists, community leaders, entrepreneurs, and change makers. And when we honour those whose achievements have enriched New Zealand and inspired generations to dream bigger and aim higher. Before we dive into those formalities, I want to take a quick moment to thank our incredible sponsors who without tonight would not have been possible. Our platinum sponsor, NIB, our diamond sponsor, the Asian New Zealand Foundation, our gold sponsors, Barfoot and Thompson, Kiwi Bank, Up Education, Kiwiana Immigration, Kashish Foods NZ, Slumber Zone and Service Foods. Service Foods of which have prepared that wonderful hamper. Don't forget to post your pictures. Our silver sponsors, Bank of India, New India Assurance, Bank of Baroda, Global Finance, Auckland Business Chamber and Forum Films, and our supporting partners, 5 Star Print and Bling. Let's put our hands together for our incredible sponsors. Now, I am thrilled to hand over the reins to our host tonight. Now, he was the first honorary consul of India in Auckland, founder of the Indian Weekender and this wonderful event, the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame, and owner of one of New Zealand's leading building product companies, Cemix. A former chair of Foundation North, he's also held leadership roles with the India New Zealand Business Council and has been a tireless advocate for strengthening the relationship between India and New Zealand. In recognition of his outstanding service to the Indian diaspora, Bhav was awarded the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, the Government of India's highest civilian honour for overseas Indians. But with all of these accolades, much of his work actually happens quietly behind the scenes, as all good work does, particularly in creating opportunities for young people and supporting initiatives that strengthen our community. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the founder of the Indian Weekender, Mr. Bhav Dillon.
I have to adjust them to my height. I'm still working on reaching those heights. Namaste, kia ora, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great night. This is our 12th iteration of the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Indian Weekender, welcome to this edition of the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, where we celebrate our community's achievements and honor those who have paved the way for others. It's my great honor to welcome our chief guest, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, the Right Honourable Christopher Luxon. Prime Minister, thank you for taking time from your demanding schedule to be with us. Your presence reflects how much this country, you personally, and everyone in New Zealand, values this community and the migrant community in general. And this community matters, we always say, to New Zealand's society and future. A very warm welcome to Her Excellency Muampui Saivi, High Commissioner of India to New Zealand. So this is our second in a row woman High Commissioner, so real congratulations to Pam, who has just joined recently. Though she told me she feels as if she's been here for ages, but she's only been here for a little while, but a lot of work on her shoulders, as we all know. We are also privileged to be joined tonight by Honorable Simeon Brown, the Right Honorable Chris Hipkins, Honorable Carmel Cipollone, Honorable Jenny Salisa, Honorable Priyanka Radhakrishnan, members of Parliament, business leaders, community leaders, and friends from across New Zealand's diverse political, community, cultural landscape. And thank you all for being with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame is more than just an awards ceremony. It's a celebration of courage. It's a celebration of sacrifice. And above all, it's a celebration of possibility. Every migrant family carries a story of leaving familiarity behind in pursuit of some new, better opportunity, of starting again, armed with little more than a hope and an unwavering belief that tomorrow is going to be better than today. Tonight, we celebrate these stories. The people we honor are not simply successful. They are role models whose achievements will inspire next generations. They'll shatter the glass ceilings, tell the youngsters that, yes, I can also do when they see all these achievements. So that is the main goal of tonight. So, from the dairy owner who's working, 7 days a week, long into the night, the restauranting people who are having, working till about midnight at days, from the doctors, from the nurses, caring for our families, to engineers building our infrastructure, from teachers shaping young minds, to entrepreneurs creating jobs, and researchers driving innovation, and the volunteers who are strengthening our neighborhoods, and all those who are keeping our public transport running every single day. And I can't miss that it's not just these things. Our people are also adding value into the civic life, the political life, and I also want to give a big shout out to the upcoming political aspirants, like Mahesh, like Kharag, like Ankit, Lalit, and all those who are in the room who've got some aspirations to serve this community and represent us at these different political and civic levels. So this is the Kiwi Indian community. All these hardworking people, all these who are wanting to get a better tomorrow. They have contributed not just to the economic growth, but even to the character of this country through resilience, through enterprise, and people willing to work hard, pay their taxes, raise families, and above all, give back. Migrants in this country own and operate thousands of small businesses across New Zealand, keep our town centers running, create jobs. And these families, as I earlier also said, they worked 7 days a week for decades, not for themselves, but for the generations to come, for this country, for the future, for everyone's future. And yet, I can't miss talking about that. As we celebrate, we cannot ignore a reality that concerns many families, our communities. They're currently navigating a little undercurrent of misplaced hostility. And we all know that in challenging times, a small segment of the society looks for someone to blame, turning to division instead of unity, instead of cooperation. So let us be entirely clear. We categorically reject this hostility and the rhetoric that fuels it. And we all know it's an isolated viewpoint that contradicts the very foundation of the Kiwi society. And the migrant communities are not separate from the New Zealand story. They are part of the New Zealand story. And when any community feels a little less safe, whole New Zealand feels a little less safe. Ladies and gentlemen, this year also marks a milestone for Indian Weekender. With your unwavering support, we have completed 17 years of serving this community. This also is a remarkable moment in the relationship between New Zealand and India. This year we celebrate 100 years of sporting relations between India and New Zealand. We've got Jeff Allett and others associated, Nick Sortner in the room, who would be chaperoning this. And it's a century of camaraderie and connection between our two nations. Prime Minister Laxon's recent visit to India has injected fresh momentum into one of the most important bilateral relationships in the region. The free trade agreement, which we all read and talk about, represents far more than trade. It represents opportunity for businesses, students, tourism, innovation, and for deepening people-to-people ties that already form the strongest bridge between our two countries. So, like many of you here tonight, I look forward with real optimism to the big visit that we are all anticipating in the next weeks, and I'll let others in the room to talk more about it. India today, as we all know, is experiencing remarkable transformation. Its aspirations are bigger, its confidence is unmistakable, its innovation reshaping industries, not just in India, but worldwide. And ours, this India-New Zealand relationship, is built on shared values, two vibrant democracies, a shared belief in the rule of law, respect for diversity, entrepreneurship, education, innovation, and above all, our focus on our people. Governments may sign agreements, but businesses may create commerce, but it is the communities that build strong, lasting friendship and relationship between these countries. And this evening reminds us that success is never achieved alone. Behind every award recipient today stands a family that sacrificed, a teacher who inspired, a mentor who believed, and a community like you all that opened the doors and helped them be successful. So tonight we honor excellence, but we also honor responsibility, because the greatest measure of success is not what we accumulate, but what we leave behind. Every name we celebrate tonight reminds us that success carries with it the privilege of lifting others. The story of the Kiwi Indian community is not simply one of migrating from another country here for better opportunity, but it's a story of courage. It's a story of contribution, and it's a story of gratitude to the Kiwi society, the Kiwi people, and above all, a story of belonging. New Zealand, we all know, no doubts, it's the finest country in the world, and let us all continue to build a nation in New Zealand here that rewards hard work, celebrates diversity, embraces aspiration, I'm taking words from Prime Minister's speech, and gives every young person, wherever their journey began, the chance to dream big, dream without limits. So let us celebrate without hesitation. Let us reject division wherever it appears. Let us strengthen the enduring friendship between India and New Zealand. And let us build a future that makes both our countries proud. Nami Nui, thank you. God bless New Zealand, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for those great words, Barb. I know you do some amazing work for the community and pulling together the Indian Weekender and this incredible awards night. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Now, our next speaker not only knows how to make an entrance, as we saw tonight, but he's also built an outstanding career in business before entering public life. Over 18 years with Unilever, he held senior leadership positions around the world before returning home to serve as Chief Executive of Air New Zealand and then beginning life at the Beehive. Today, he, of course, leads our nation as New Zealand's Prime Minister, and I'm no doubt he's got a lot of exciting things to talk about with the FTA and, of course, Prime Minister Modi's visit in the next weeks. So please welcome to the stage the Right Honourable Christopher Luxon.
Well, namaste, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum, kia ora, good evening everybody. How good is it to be back here again together as this community? Can I just say a big thank you to our MC, Wilhelmina. Her and Ben had the wedding of the year in New Zealand. If you followed them on Instagram, it was really quite something. So congratulations to you both. But look, it is a real pleasure to be back here coming together again to celebrate the remarkable contributions of our awesome Indian community over the past year. Before I begin, can I just acknowledge a few people? Can I acknowledge Her Excellency Muampu E. Sai Awi? Can I say thank you so much? And I'm sorry it's been so busy. You've only been here a few weeks and a few months and we're throwing you right into it, but we really appreciate your work. Can I just call out also the Indian Consul General, Dr. Madan Mohan Sethi, but also the awesome Honorary Consul General Barb Dillon, who's done an exceptionally good job, not just leading Indian Weekender and putting this event together, but his passion, his leadership, you heard it in his speech and his remarks, speaks volumes to how he cares about this community. And Barb, thank you so much for what you do for everybody in this room. We really appreciate you. It's good to see my good friend and my ministerial colleague, Simeon Brown, Leader of the Opposition, Chris Hipkins, and other parliamentary colleagues that are here. It's great to see you all. And of course, our former Governor-General, Sir Anand Satyanand and Lady Susan, thank you so much for being here, and also thank you for coming with me to India when we visited last year. And to all of you as distinguished guests and nominees and potential winners for this evening, congratulations. It's great to see you all. Well, friends, I have to say that today I can formally confirm what was probably been one of the worst kept secrets in New Zealand's history, that this time next week we will be welcoming Prime Minister Modi to New Zealand, and we will be hosting him here in Auckland next Friday and next Saturday. And when you think about it, that's going to be an incredibly historic event because we haven't had an Indian Prime Minister come to New Zealand for over 40 years. And I think this is just a powerful reflection of the growth that we've had in our relationship in the last few years together. As you know, and as Barb referenced, I was really privileged to lead a large delegation, probably the largest delegation we've ever taken offshore to India last year, and to be hosted by Prime Minister Modi. And now it's our turn. It's our turn to reciprocate that hospitality, to show him everything that's great about New Zealand in a very short period of time. And again, can I just thank the High Commissioner, the Consul General and Barb for all the work that's gone on behind the scenes to bring this visit to life. Look, I believe more than ever that this is an awesome country and that it is filled with so much potential. You know, together we can make this country even better. A more confident, a more ambitious, a more aspirational country, and a more positive New Zealand. And a big part of how we do that is through deepening our relationship and broadening that relationship with India. As Prime Minister Modi and I have said, these are two countries that should have even bigger relationships and a bigger friendship. I've visited India many, many times in my private life at Unilever and Hindustan Lever, and obviously last year as Prime Minister. And I have to say, every time you visit India, you are struck by the dynamism, the innovation, the determination, the energy of the place. It's actually infectious and it's contagious. And I'm sure that everyone here is just so familiar with the incredible story. This is the fastest growing economy in the G20. It's on track to become the world's third largest economy. It already today is the biggest population with 1.5 billion people and 445 million people living in the middle class. And that is just an incredible transformation. If I think about it, 250 million people have been lifted out of poverty. The number of airports in India, which I always take a bit of an interest in, has doubled to 157. Nicola, I don't know what you think about that. That's pretty impressive. And there's actually more planned in the coming years. And the Indians government tell me they have built 95,000 kilometres of roads, and that is 8 times between India and New Zealand. And I think to all the politicians in the room, when we struggle to build 16 kilometres at Cambridge to Piri, there's something for us to learn from all of that would be helpful. And as you know, a super successful country, an incredible geopolitical power, having hosted a G20 meeting, but also become a space power, having 3 years ago landed on the south pole of the moon, which is pretty special. So all of that is just context for why Prime Minister Modi and I feel that this is the time for New Zealand and India to get in behind the FTA. And it is really important because we're going to have an FTA that actually means tariffs are reduced from 95% of everything that we export to New Zealand, or reduced or removed, and 57% will be removed from day one of the new agreement. And both of us want to do that because we think it's in both of our countries' interest to be able to expand jobs, lift incomes, and create opportunity for New Zealanders. But the relationship isn't just about trade. It's actually really also about other things where we've got shared values and aspirations. Both nations, as you know, are very proud democracies. We're committed to peace and prosperity and free and open Indo-Pacific. And so that's why Prime Minister Modi and I, in a multipolar world, have talked about what more we can do in our defence agreements with each other to be able to make sure our defence forces are training together and doing more exercises and exchanges together as well. But ultimately, at the heart of it, and Bhav alluded to it, is this relationship is actually centred around people. And it is the people-to-people connections. And New Zealand's Indian community is just a key feature of actually our conversations that I had with Prime Minister Modi in India and I've subsequently had on the telephone. And I know when he comes here next weekend, he's looking forward to the community events that he will participate in. But he refers to you as here in New Zealand as a living bridge. You are the people that connect New Zealand to India. You do that with your global networks, you do it with your cultural understanding, you do it with your ambition and your entrepreneurial spirit and drive. And all of these are the things that will actually feed and ensure that this relationship grows and gets stronger in the years ahead. The point I made to Prime Minister Modi was that Kiwi Indians on average are younger, better educated and have greater earnings than the general New Zealand population. Bhav tries to tell me that they're better looking too, but I don't think that's fair to say that to all New Zealanders publicly. But in short, Indian Kiwis are making, as you all know, an absolutely massive contribution to New Zealand. In conclusion, can I just say the success of the Kiwi Indian community is New Zealand's success. It reflects the strength of a confident, diverse and outward-looking nation that is ready and is hungry to succeed in the decades ahead. It's a nation that welcomes talent. It's a nation that values contribution and rewards hard work, and a nation that believes in opportunity. And I agree, we should reject outright the voices and the politicians that are wanting to whip up anti-immigrant sentiment, not acknowledging how hard you have worked to make yourself a success for your family and for the community that you're part of. And in many ways, you have made this country so much better because of your contribution to it. And I know I speak for Chris Hipkins as well, and Chris, I want to say thank you for your support of the Indian FTA as well, and thank you for standing strong against voices that are denigrating our Indian community here and our immigrant community in general. So can I just say to all of you, thank you for what you do for New Zealand. You've made it a much better place. Thank you for the role that all of you in this room play as leaders in this community to strengthen the relationship between New Zealand and India. And let's make sure we go out now and celebrate the success that we've seen over the last year and enjoy this evening and enjoy each other's company. Take care, everybody.
And the Prime Minister can't escape me too quickly because we're going to keep him up on stage for a very exciting moment. I'm also going to ask Bhav Dillon and members of the Indian Weekender team to come forward for unveiling the special anniversary edition of the Indian Weekender. Prime Minister, there's a little yellow box there that I think has your name on it. So if we could please welcome them all to the stage, put your hands together for Bhav Dillon and the Indian Weekender team to unveil their special anniversary issue. I feel like we need a little bit of music in the background here. Yeah, that's more like it. So this is the very special anniversary Indian Weekender issue unveiling. Please put your hands together for the special issue. Now, as we unveil this special commemorative edition, it's also fitting that we take a moment to recognise someone whose contribution has been woven into that story from the very beginning. He's actually on stage to the left of the Prime Minister. Over the past 2 decades, he's worn many hats: journalist, editor, writer, strategist, mentor, and storyteller. What an email signature that would be. And he's helped shape not only the pages of the Indian Weekender, but also many of the initiatives that have grown around it. His journalism has appeared in leading publications like the New Zealand Herald, the National Business Review, while his work across the Pacific has earned him a reputation as one of the region's most respected communicators and relationship builders. For more than 2 decades, he's helped to tell the stories of the Kiwi Indian community, its successes, challenges, and given a voice to its aspirations. It's our privilege to honour someone whose dedication, creativity, and commitment have helped make the Indian Weekender what it is today. And Prime Minister, I'm also inviting you to present the special recognition as well, which I believe is making its way onto stage now. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment to the right of the PM, if you're sitting in the audience, the wonderful Dev Nadkarni. Please put your hands together. Now, I think Bhav would like to say a couple words. Would you like to say a few words? So we'll get you.
I just want to say that I don't think there's any prizes for guessing. If I'm a journalist, I'm not. So there was the person 2 decades ago when we conceptualized this idea to start this thing, and he's been with us since then, and he's been a real guiding light. And I want to take this opportunity to thank him for being with us for about 2 decades and providing a voice to the community. So thank you, Dave.
And I think Dev would like to say a few words as well. Please welcome him to the podium.
Honourable Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister, that's going to be a moment which I will cherish for my life. Thank you very much. Thanks for your kind words as well, Bhav. And a few words of gratitude for the Kiwi Indian community, which has reposed its faith in the Indian Weekender, allowed us to tell these stories to the larger world. If you hadn't shared those stories with us with the kind of confidence that you have shown, we wouldn't have been able to carry those stories everywhere. My thanks are also due to the advertisers without whom we wouldn't have been standing here. So thank you very much for your support. It's much appreciated. I'd like to thank Bhav and the wonderful Kiwi Indian community and also the Indian Weekender, the team, Indian Weekender team, which has been absolutely fantastic and risen to the occasion week in and week out. I want to thank my family who put up with my crazy schedules, especially in the early years of the paper, where I was the reporter, writer, designer, errand boy, and delivery man. So thank you for that. And finally, I'd like to dedicate this beautiful moment to the memory of my parents, who, as it turns out, happens to be their anniversary today. And my father used to be a journalist with the Times of India, which is the largest English language newspaper in the world today. He worked there for 50 years, and it was a nice way of getting him to be part of this. So I'm wearing his cufflinks here. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot that's been happening in the Indian-New Zealand sphere. You heard Bhav talk about it, and also Prime Minister. But, it's the India and New Zealand have been, for long, quite beautifully described as the bookends of Asia. But in the 150 years history of the relationship, there's not much that we see in terms of stories to fill that shelf. But all that's set to change. Thanks to the hard work of the New Zealand government and the Indian government, especially the hard work of this government over the last 2 years, we now have an FTA. I know this is the third time it's being announced, but we can't celebrate it enough because it's been a very hard-won FTA. So it's been great. Thank you very much for your efforts, for your government's efforts, Prime Minister. So there's going to be a lot happening. We're already seeing that, Prime Minister Modi ji is going to be here next week. Business is energized. The community relations are growing. There's things happening in the innovation sphere, in the aviation sphere, everywhere. And if we go by what's been happening in the last a few weeks, I think, at least in Wellington, the flavor of this season is butter chicken. So that's a lot of food for thought. Things have been happening, and the Indian Weekender will rise to that occasion. And how are we going to do that? There's going to be many more stories coming up as the FTA unfolds and activities arise in every sphere of activity. And to do that, we got a big announcement to make. But before I do that, may I request Shri Norya ji to the stage along with his team, please. Can I have the rest of the team, please? Norya ji needs no introduction. He is a very respected leader of the Kiwi Indian community and a towering Totra of the business world. He has also been honored with the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame. A few years ago, we celebrated him on this very stage. And Norya ji also has been publishing a newspaper called Indian Link for Indian News Indian News for the last several years. And it's my proud privilege to announce on behalf of Indian Weekender that now on, Indian News is part of the Indian Weekender family. So 2 teams, 1 platform under 1 umbrella. So that's how we're going to rise to the occasion and tell more stories in the Indian-New Zealand space to fill that gap between the metaphorical bookends and fill those with stories for all of us to read and for future generations. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We've got it all tonight. We've got a merger, an awards night, we've got the FTA, we've got a prime ministerial visit next week. It is all go tonight. And again, congratulations, Dev. I have probably worked with you for about 4 years now, been part of this incredible awards night. So thank you so much for bringing me on board for those 4 years. It's been a pleasure to work by your side. Well, I did promise you this isn't just an awards night. There's also some really great performances on the way. The energy levels are about to go up a notch because we're about to introduce our very first dance group. India's cultural richness, of course, lies in its extraordinary diversity, and our next performance, Sangam Unity and Diversity on Stage, beautifully weaves together 5 of India's great classical dance traditions into one seamless presentation, celebrating the unique identity of each while reflecting the unity that binds them all. So please welcome to the stage also a previous award recipient, the talented dancers of the Anuradha School of Dance. Please welcome them to the stage. What a way to kickstart the entertainment of the night. What a way to get the energy levels going. I had to check my Aura Ring app when I was off stage, and the heart rate was definitely a bit higher than usual with all of that excitement. We've now come to the part of the evening where we're going to dive into the awards and recognise the special figures among the Kiwi Indian community. Now, I know it's tempting to keep the chatter up and want to network a little bit more, but if we can keep the noise to a minimum, that would be great so we can properly recognise all of our award recipients tonight. Now, culture has the remarkable power to bring people together. It preserves our heritage, tells our stories, and helps us better understand one another. The Indian Weekender Arts and Culture Award recognises organisations and individuals whose work has enriched New Zealand's cultural landscape while celebrating the richness and the diversity of Indian heritage. Now, this year's recipient has done exactly that, creating opportunities for audiences to experience the depth, the creativity, and the vibrancy of Indian culture, while building bridges across communities through the universal language of arts. Now, I'm not going to present this by myself. I'm going to ask a few special guests to come up here and join me to present this first award. So I'd like to ask the Honourable Carmel Sepuloni, the Honourable Chris Hipkins, Sky Daniels of NIB, Pawandeep Singh of Kiwiana Migration, and Sandeep Katan of Bank of Baroda to please join me on stage for this first award. thank you all for joining me on stage. I'm going to invite Carmel Cepoloni to announce this award and Chris Hipkins to present it.
Namaste, Pulavinaka. Kiwi Indian Arts Culture and Heritage Award. Prayers Cultural Group of New Zealand.
Do we have our award recipient? That's Prayas Cultural Group of New Zealand. Do we have a shy award winner tonight? Perhaps. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them in the meantime while they make their way up to the stage. Theatre, of course, has a unique power. It entertains us, challenges us, and helps us understand one another. For more than 20 years, Prayas Cultural Group of New Zealand has used that power to enrich New Zealand's cultural landscape. Founded in 2005, Prayas became New Zealand's pioneering South Asian theatre company with a mission to showcase the richness and diversity of South Asian storytelling. Through acclaimed productions ranging from literary classics and historical dramas to contemporary stories of migration and identity, Prayas has brought new voices and perspectives to New Zealand audiences. But what makes them particularly special is their ability to build bridges. By presenting its work in English, it's opened South Asian stories to audiences from every background, while creating opportunities for meaningful cultural change. Now, beyond the productions themselves, Prayas has helped to create a thriving artistic community, demonstrating the important role that the arts play in fostering understanding, inclusion, and connection. And I think they're waiting in the wings, so please welcome to the stage our winners of the Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, Arts and Culture Award for 2026. And I understand you'd like to share a few words as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Indian Weekender, and everyone who supported us for this award. We accept it with gratitude and humility. Prayas began 21 years ago with a simple belief that stories matter. Through our theatre, as Wilhelmina said, we build bridges between cultures and we celebrate diversity. This award demonstrates that arts are very important in today's community. Yes, we need commerce, we need business, it feeds our families, it fuels our ambitions, but arts nourishes the soul. So there's rapid technological change, there is growing isolation, there is lots of polarization. And though we are all connected, somehow, sometimes we struggle to understand each other, and that's where arts comes handy. And through organizations like Prayas, it reminds us of our shared humanity and the universal emotions that drives all of us. So this award belongs not only to Prayas, but to every actor, director, producer, writer, audience member, funder, the theatre venues that have welcomed us and let us explore our craft, and our friends and families back home and in our new home in New Zealand. Thank you. You've all been part of our journey. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And congratulations again to Prayas. Now we're moving on to our second award of the night, which recognises the extraordinary impact that a community organisation can have when it's driven by service, compassion, and a shared sense of purpose. The Indian Weekender Community Organisation of the Year Award honours a group whose members have gone above and beyond in strengthening our community, enriching lives, and making a lasting difference through their collective efforts. Now, this year's recipients have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to service while preserving their cultural heritage, fostering inclusion, and building stronger connections across our wider society. And to help me present the award, because again, I'm not doing this on my own, I'd like to invite up the Honourable Jenny Salesa, Honourable Priyanka Radhakrishnan, the High Commissioner of India, Her Excellency Ms. Mohanpuri Sayawi, Ajay Kumar of Global Finance, and Kuldeep Kishore of Bank of India. If you could please join me on the stage to present this award.
Check.
It's quite nice having a little backup crew join him here up on stage. Now I'm going to ask the Honourable Jenny Salesa to please announce the award, and we'll get Your Excellency the High Commissioner of India to present it. So please make the announcement.
The award for the Kiwi Indian Community Organisation of the Year goes to the Dawudi Bohras of New Zealand. The Dawudi Bohras.
Now, strong communities are defined not only by what they achieve for themselves, but by what they contribute to the wider society around them. The Dawudi Bohra community of New Zealand exemplifies that principle tenfold, guided by values of service, education, compassion, and civic responsibility. The community has quietly built a remarkable record of contribution to New Zealand society. Through charitable initiatives, volunteer programs, youth development, cultural activities, and interfaith engagement, the Dawudi Bohra have consistently demonstrated a commitment to making a positive difference to the lives of others. Their service extends well beyond their own community, whether supporting local causes, participating in environmental projects, or contributing to the community's well-being. Tonight, we recognise a community whose impact far exceeds its size and whose example reminds us of the power of collective action. Please join me in congratulating them, and I think they might want to share a few words.
Kia ora. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Dawudi Bohra community of New Zealand, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Kiwi Hall of Fame for this incredible honor. We truly are humbled by and accept our 2026 Community Organization Award. The recognition belongs to every volunteer of a community who quietly dedicate the time in service of others. Across New Zealand, we have been privileged to work alongside wonderful organizations through initiatives such as supporting food banks, partnering with Matuka Link for protecting the wetlands in Auckland. The Dawudi Bohra are a global Muslim community with over 1 million people across more than 45 countries. Guided by His Holiness Sayyidina Mufaddal Saifuddin, we are inspired to serve humanity, believing that the best amongst us are those who are the most beneficial to others. We are grateful to call New Zealand home and remain committed to working in hand with fellow community and to build kinder, stronger, and an inclusive nation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations to you again. Now, I know that she was just up here on stage with me just moments ago, but I'd like to invite Her Excellency Ms. Mohanpuri Sayawi, the High Commissioner of India to New Zealand, to share a few words. A senior diplomat from the 2005 batch of the India Foreign Service, Ms. Sayawi brings over 2 decades of global experience to her role. Her career spans vital diplomatic postings in South Korea, Japan, and Israel, alongside leadership roles at the United Nations and within India's Ministry of External Affairs in cyber diplomacy and international security. Today, she leads India's diplomatic mission here in the lovely Wellington, strengthening our bilateral ties, trade, and community connections. So please welcome her to the stage.
Namaste, Tena Koto Katoa, the Right Honourable Christopher Luxon, Prime Minister of New Zealand, Sri Bhav Dhillon, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I am simply delighted to attend and celebrate this much acclaimed Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards, and I wish you congratulations on your 17th anniversary. My heartfelt congratulations to all the award winners. It is a matter of great pride that we are celebrating excellence, talent, achievement, and leadership within the Indian community in New Zealand. The Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Awards is an important platform which recognizes outstanding Kiwi Indians who have excelled in public service, business, education, healthcare, the arts, sports, and community leadership. As the community continues to grow and diversify, so have the award celebrations grown as well. More than 100 years ago, the first Indians came to Aotearoa. They faced many struggles and hardships, but they were resilient, they were proud, and they celebrated their heritage. And through their hard work, they thrived. And now Kiwi Indians form an integral and very valuable part of New Zealand and punch well above their weight. We are so proud of the trailblazers. We have Sir Anand Satyanand, the first Governor General of New Zealand of Indian origin. We have Mr. Nikhil with us, who's done so well in the business world. So we see all of their contribution to New Zealand's economy and society. I know I've been here only for a little over 3 months, and Honorable Prime Minister did say, yes, we've given you a lot of responsibilities. But in that time, I have traveled a lot. I have been to the South Island. I've gone to Oamaru. I've seen a flying school, an academy for aviation that trains foreign students, Indian students. I've been to Christchurch, and I've seen virtual reality, jigs. I mean, there's so much that our Kiwi Indians are doing here. I am simply proud of them. And the people that have been selected to win awards this night, they are really deserving of our appreciation and accolades. India and New Zealand, we share warm and friendly relations, and recent high-level visits. Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, for visiting India in March, because I think that was really a landmark moment. And our relations are growing. And the free trade agreement that was recently signed in April, see, I think I'm a very fortunate High Commissioner, because I was at a Heads of Mission conference where the Prime Minister addressed us. And there, when the FTA was signed, all of my colleagues congratulated me for all of the hard work that I did in getting a free trade agreement signed. But I knew I hadn't done anything because it was just served to me on a platter. But the important thing is going ahead. We have to unlock its full potential for both New Zealand and India for our mutual prosperity. And I thank all of you who are supporting the free trade agreement as it goes through its ratification process. As was mentioned earlier, we are looking forward to receiving Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, here in Auckland next week. And we will have wonderful announcements to make. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say things which will be announced at that time. Rather, I congratulate Sri Bhav Dhillon and the members of the Indian Weekenders for curating such a spectacular evening and for providing a positive and united voice for the Indian diaspora while delivering national, international, and local news through both print and digital platform. And tonight, let us celebrate India and New Zealand's friendship. Let us celebrate the excellence of our Kiwi Indians, for by their very presence here in New Zealand, they just enrich this country. So with this, I thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for those words just now. We're now on to our third award of the night, the Indian Weekender Business Leader of the Year Award, which recognises an individual whose leadership has not only built a successful enterprise, but has also made a lasting contribution to New Zealand's economy, industry, and community. Our recipient exemplifies the qualities that define great business leadership: integrity, perseverance, innovation, and a commitment to creating opportunities for others. Through enterprise and vision, they've built a legacy that extends well beyond commercial success, inspiring the next generation of entrepreneurs and demonstrating the significant contribution Kiwi Indians continue to make to New Zealand's business landscape. Again, I'm going to ask a few people to come up here with me and join me on stage to help me present this award. I'd like to ask Ashwin Johar, Nikhil Ravashankar, Sky Daniels of NIB, Honourable Chris Hipkins for the second time, Honourable Simeon Brown, Rudy Bansal of Kiwi Bank, and Adarsh Malhotra of New India Assurance to join me on stage, please, to present this award. And I'm going to get Chris Hipkins to do the honours and announce our winner tonight, and then we'll have Simeon Brown present the awards.
The Kiwi Indian Business Leader of the Year award goes to Stan Bala.
Now, when Suresh, better known as Stan Bala, and his wife Vicky arrived in New Zealand in 1983, they brought with them little more than ambition, resilience, and a willingness to work hard. Starting with a small grocery store in Christchurch, they embarked on a journey that would ultimately become one of New Zealand's great entrepreneurial success stories and a brand that some of you might recognise. What began as a modest family business grew through decades of dedication and unwavering commitment to customers into service foods. Today, one of New Zealand's largest family-owned food service distribution companies. But perhaps his greatest achievement lies in the legacy he's built beyond his business. He created not only a thriving enterprise, but a family culture grounded in hard work, generosity, and service. And today he takes great pride in seeing his business continue to flourish under the leadership of his sons, Anil and Nicole, who have built on the strong foundations laid by their parents while remaining true to the values that defined its success. So please put your hands together again for our winner tonight, Stan Bala. And Stan, would you like to say a few words? I'll get you to come over to the podium. Take over for me. I can hold your award for you if you like. While you speak.
Oh, okay. I do.
Sir, if you could just stand with this award, would be difficult.
Hold it like that?
Would be difficult for you.
I'll put it on my head.
No.
No?
I'll carry this. No problem, I'll carry this. That's okay.
Yeah, please hold it. Sorry, I'm the only speaker. Oh. I'm the only speaker who doesn't need glasses. I have noticed that. No, why can't you make it flat? My glass is falling off. Anyway, good evening, everyone. But before I begin, I don't like reading this script because I'm an entrepreneur. But my elder son said, "Dad, you're not short of words. So stick with this script. Otherwise, these guys will be here all night and sleeping in here." Okay, so Let me begin with Prime Minister Laksan. Where is Prime Minister Laksan? Where is he? I can't see him. Ah, look at my bloody glasses on. Where is he? Oh, there. Oh, right. Sorry, I lost the count. Okay. Okay. Thank you for presenting this award and for being here tonight. I would also like to acknowledge members of parliament, local government, local government representatives, community leaders, distinguished guests, and friends. To the New Zealand Indian community and the organizer of this award, thank you for this incredible honor. I'm truly humbled to receive the 2026 New Zealand Indian Businessman of the Year Award. I would like to thank my wife, Vidya, who most people know as Vicky. This journey has always been ours. Thank you for your many sacrifices over the years and your unwavering supports to myself and the boys. I do not have enough words to describe your resilience and endurance. Often my friend says to my wife, how do you put up with this man? I said, that's her luck. What can we do about it? To my sons, Anil and Nikul, they are here on the corner there. Can you raise your hand, please? You are my support. Thank you for taking our family business further than I have ever imagined. I'm incredibly proud of the leaders you have become. To my two daughter-in-laws, she's here, one here, and one is caring for 5 cubs. They are in the den. We can't let them out. Thank you for holding the fort and for raising and nurturing the next generation of cubs. Your unwavering support allows the boys to focus on building a great business. To my grandchildren, thank you for reminding me why legacy matters. You are our hope, future taxpayers, because we don't have enough children in this country. So we have to import Indians from outside and many immigrants. If there is any Kiwis, can you please start producing some more kids so you don't have to rely on immigrants? And then you're complaining, oh, too many Indians coming through, or too many immigrants coming through. Come on. Have your own babies in here. Start making it. Start making it. We use Service Foods Balas brand of spices and you'll make babies. I guarantee you. I better get back to my script. To my two daughter-in-laws, thank you for holding the fort and for raising the nurture the next generation of cubs. Sorry. Your wavering support allows the boys to focus on building a great business. Okay, sorry. See, this is why I don't like reading. I also want to acknowledge the entire Service Foods team. This award reflects the dedication, loyalty, and hard work of everyone who has been part of our journey. Can you please give us a round of applause to my guy? Hey, can you stand up, please? My team. Come on. I mean, you can see everything on the screen, but I won't take too much time now to go into it. But my little bit background, when I arrived in New Zealand in 1983, I came with very little. No English, you can still feel it. No money and no support system. But as Martin Luther King Jr. once said, I had a dream. I came as a doctor, but I was unable to use my training and experience. Like many migrants, I had to start all over again. So, with limited options, I reluctantly started a small corner dairy, which is a typical of Indians. We don't see anything else to start with. On Colombo Street in Christchurch many, many years ago. Instead of caring for people through medicine, I found another way to serve by helping provide food to the community. Our one customer, one delivery, and one relationship at a time. That small dairy eventually became what is now Service Foods. Today, through our 10,000 strong customer base that ranges from cafes, restaurants, hotels, to hospitals, aged care, to cruise liners and export. Service Food in aggregate helps feed more than 1 million New Zealanders every day. So tonight, you're eating our food. Any restaurant, cafe you go, you will be eating our food. And on airlines, you will be eating our food. So you don't have any choice. We don't give you any options. You have to eat our food. You like it or not, but you have to eat our food. Last page. I'm sure you were getting bored. Okay, so let me get back to my line, otherwise I'll be talking anything else. So throughout the journey, I have learned that business is about far more than profit. It is about people. It is about creating opportunities. It is about supporting families and the community. And lastly, it's about legacy. Those values have guided our family ethos. Throughout my life, I have tried to contribute wherever I could, both in my Janma Bhumi, India, that means my birthplace, and in my Karma Bhumi, New Zealand, the country that gave me an opportunity and became my home. Prime Minister, I would also like to acknowledge the recent signing of the New Zealand-India Free Trade Agreement. It is an important milestone that will strengthen the relationship between our own countries and create opportunities for future generations. Can you please give us a round of applause? It took, sorry, I shouldn't say that way. It took 20 plus years to get this bloody FTA signed. What's wrong with us? Why are we so slow in doing things that we need to get out of this hole in the ground in here? So thank you, Chris, Mr. Prime Minister, for signing this one and getting it sorted. And Chris, and thanks, Chris Hipkins, you also given a push there. We need more people like you as well. Thank you. As I accept this award tonight, I do so with deep gratitude to my family, the Service Foods team, our customers, suppliers, and the many people who believe in a migrant with a dream. New Zealand gave me an opportunity. For more than 40 years, I have simply tried to honor that opportunity by working hard, creating opportunities for others, and giving something back to the country that has given so much to me. As the great John F. Kennedy once quoted, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. If I could give one piece of advice to all New Zealand Indians in this room and to our wider community, it would be this: never take the opportunity to be a part of New Zealand for granted. Respect, assimilate, and uphold the values and culture of this great nation. Thank you for these recognitions once again. It is truly an honor to receive this award. Jai Hind and God bless. Yeah, I know I can do it.
Thank you so much for that, Stan, and congratulations. We had a bit of everything in that speech. We had laughter, we had reminiscing, we had the whole shebang. I think you need to give some of the actors at the Oscars some tips on how to avoid the Oscar music. Because did he do a good job of ignoring that Oscar music, the rap music, I think is what they like to call it. Anyway, we're going to get the heart rates up again because we've got another great dance performance. And this one traces one woman's extraordinary journey from grace and vulnerability to resilience and divine strength. Through movement and emotion, it reminds us that the human spirit has the power to rise, transform, and triumph. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Agam Dance Group.
ತೋಳೋಡು ತೋಳ್ ನಿನ್ನ ತರುವಾನ ಉಸುರದ
Another fantastic performance. Thank you so much for that, Agam. Now it is time for our next award of the night. Now, strong relationships between nations, they're built not only by governments, but also by individuals whose vision, commitment, and goodwill helps bring people, businesses, and cultures closer together. Now, the Indian Weekender Friend of India Award recognises an individual of non-Indian origin who's made an outstanding contribution to strengthening the relationship between India and New Zealand, while fostering deeper understanding, friendship, and collaboration between our two great countries. This year's recipient has been a steadfast champion of those values, building bridges that will continue to benefit both nations for years to come. Again, I'm going to ask my group of backup award givers to the stage. Can I please ask Susanna Jessup, CEO of the Asia New Zealand Foundation, the High Commissioner of India, Her Excellency Ms. Muanpui Sayawi, the Honourable Simeon Brown, Sanjeet Gupta of Kashish Foods, and Ranjay Sika of Slumber Zone to please join me on stage to present this next award. Here we go, our last person joining us on stage to present the award. I'm going to invite the Honourable Simeon Brown to announce the award, and we'll get the High Commissioner to present it. So please take it away.
Thank you. The Friend of India 2026, Simon Bridges.
A very recognisable face, of course. Simon Bridges. Across public life, business and international engagement, Simon Bridges has been a steadfast advocate for closer ties between India and New Zealand, helping to build relationships that continue to grow stronger with time. I was actually reading that intro before and it said that you were helping to build bridges and had to really hold back the chuckle to try and not give it away. Now, Simon's developed a genuine and enduring relationship with New Zealand's Indian community. He became known as someone who listened, engaged, and advocated for stronger connections between our two countries. And actually, when I spent my month-long stint in India, we caught up at the New Zealand High Commission in New Delhi, and so that was quite a cool experience. So, would you like to say a few words? Congratulations.
Thank you. Namaste. Kia ora, good evening. What an amazing night. What a humbling honour this is. Don't worry, this will be the longest speech this evening, so just settle in. I just want to acknowledge Bev and the Indian Weekender, and now Bev, you know, by the evening, it's what an empire you've got. We have to be even nicer to you. And I want to acknowledge all the VIPs, Prime Minister, Right Honourable Chris Hipkins, Carmel Sepuloni, Honourable Simeon Brown, High Commissioner, Consul General, Madam Mohan Sethi, other members of Parliament. You know, when I was just sort of thinking about this, it is a wonderful honour. Certainly I've been a firm friend of India, I think, and Indian Kiwis, even before public life. And I've loved the Indian style, the hustle, the food, the culture, the friendship. And as an MP, it was wonderful to have just huge support from the Indian community. and therefore I've sought to return that. I just want to make really special mention of the Indian diaspora. You've always been, you're of huge value to New Zealand. You're incredibly important today and to our nation's future. And you're our workers, I think as Bev said and others as well, our business leaders, our community, our civic, and our cultural leaders. I think, you know, what's possibly true is with others like Todd McClay, who along with PM Luxon been so important in getting the free trade agreement, maybe we saw just a bit earlier than some others that this was just a really amazing rising superpower in India, and I was really privileged to be there as Leader of Opposition. And Ashwin, where are you? Meet with you and many others, Minister Jai Shankar, many ministers and leaders. And I also just want to acknowledge Kamal Bakshi, who was very important and helped me a lot at that time with preparing that. India today, of course, is a superpower. It's the biggest country in the world on the numbers, third economy before too long, hundreds of millions, as the PM said, of middle classes. And so the why of India, I think, is absolutely apparent to us all. But I think the how still needs some work. And certainly, you know, myself, the Chamber, and others were up for that and making sure we really maximise that potential that relations between our countries have. Returning to this room, I just want to say once again, our Indian diaspora, so many friends and family now. You're so important to New Zealand. You're kind of like our secret asset, our double agents, if you like, because you need to work for India and New Zealand to forge closer relations and success. Finally, I just want to acknowledge my wife, Natalie. There have been lots of long temple visits. Amanda, I don't know if you can identify with this. I'm sure you can. And cultural events. And Natalie's been at those some of the time and looking after the kids other times. And so I really appreciate you. And this is for you as well. As I say, what a wonderful honour. Thanks so much.
Congratulations again to Simon Bridges. Now it's actually time for another fantastic performance. The Flamex Dance Company has quickly established itself as an exciting force in the performing arts, bringing together creativity, passion and performance excellence. Experienced director Mary Sosa's dynamic choreography and artistic expression is one to watch. So please welcome to the stage the Flamex Dance Company.
ਨੀਵੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਚੀਰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈ ਪੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁਖੜਾ ਲੁਕਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈ ਨੀਵੀਆਂ ਤੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਚੀਰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈ ਪੱਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁਖੜਾ ਲੁਕਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਲੈ ਐਵੇਂ ਕਰੀ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹੀ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਹੋਈ ਮੁਟਿਆਰ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹੀ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਹੋਈ ਮੁਟਿਆਰ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹੀ
Another fantastic performance. And now we've reached the part of the evening where we're about to announce our biggest award, the Hall of Fame Award. Now this award, it sits at the heart of tonight's celebration. Each year it recognises an exceptional Kiwi Indian whose achievements, leadership and service have made the lasting contribution to New Zealand and of course the wider community. The Hall of Fame honours those whose journeys inspire us, whose work has opened doors for others, and whose legacy will continue to be felt for years to come. And tonight we welcome another remarkable individual into this very distinguished and honoured circle. Now again, I've got my backup dancers of my award givers tonight. Can I please invite to the stage to join me, Prime Minister Right Honourable Christopher Luxon, High Commissioner, Her Excellency Muwanpui Sayawi, Mr. Bhav Dhillon, Pawandeep Singh of Kiwiana Migration, Sky Daniels of NIB, Susanna Jessup of Asia New Zealand Foundation, Nick Sortner, CEO of Eden Park, and Ranjay Sika from Slumber Zone. What a good-looking crew we've got up here, guys, for the biggest award of the night. I'm going to ask Your Excellency to kindly announce the inductee for the 2026 Hall of Fame, and then I'm going to get Prime Minister Christopher Luxon to present it, so please take it away.
The Kiwi Indian Hall of Fame Award goes to Una Jagos Casey.
Would you like to say a few words? We'll get Una to say a few words. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Rustam Jamshed Jagos taku papa no Mumbai. My father was Rustam Jamshed Jagos from Mumbai. Ko Anne Green taku mama no Galway. My mother was Anne Green from Galway. Ko Una Rustam Jagos aho. I'm Una Rustam Jagos. Tēnā taku mihi kia koutou. Kam chō, namaste, greetings to everybody. I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you to Bhav and the Indian Weekender. I'm really honoured to have this award bestowed on me. I want to also to mihi to Sir Anand, who met my father when he first came to New Zealand, and it's lovely to have that connection with you, Sir Anand. I accepted this award because I see it as a tribute to my late father and the partnership he made with my mother. Rustam died a long time ago in 1991, and my mother Anne just a few years ago. But I know they'd be so proud of me today. I'm wearing my father's watch and the wedding rings that he bought my mother this evening, so they're here too. Rustam was a Parsi Indian, born and raised in Mumbai. His parents were Jamshed and Manek. Rustam only had one sister, Rupina, and she died young, so I never met any other of my immediate Indian family, and they all died before I was born. Dad studied medicine in Mumbai and undertook postgraduate study in Edinburgh. He then worked at London's Battersea General Hospital, and there he met the young and spirited Anne Green from Ireland. They married in 1956 and spent their first 2 years of married life living with my grandfather, Jamshed, in Mumbai. In the late 1950s, they emigrated to New Zealand, where Dad was the superintendent of a newly built hospital in Dunedin. 1950s Dunedin was very different than Mumbai, and my father said he never felt warm again. In any case, he took to New Zealand, he took New Zealand citizenship, and he made Aotearoa his home. He never returned to his homeland, but he was proud to call himself a New Zealander, and his ambition that we kids would all be New Zealanders too, and that we would have all of the advantage of being raised here. And we 5 Jagos children were raised Catholic. It was a condition of the Catholic Church in allowing my mother Anne to marry not just a non-Catholic, but a non-Christian. And we were raised to love this country and this land. And despite that Dad didn't practice his religion overtly, and as I say, we were raised Catholic, the strong values my parents instilled in us reflect the central Zoroastrian maxim, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. We were raised with a strong sense of right and wrong, of doing good by others, and of fairness. And it pains me that we are still today seeing our Indian communities suffering racial attacks, both in communities and in much publicised public discourse. So I'm really proud to be here tonight to celebrate the great, wide-ranging contributions that members of our communities make to life here in Aotearoa. We belong here, and we are welcome here. And I'm reminded of something the late Māori leader and lawyer Moana Jackson said about the founding compact of this country, Te Tiriti o Waitangi. He said, what the treaty offers is a shared sense of home. It gives people from somewhere else a chance to make a home in this land, and it gives people a chance to discover the trick of standing upright here. I'm so grateful to my parents. Kia ora. I'm so grateful to my parents for teaching us how to stand upright here, and grateful for the benefits they gave us, the support and love that they raised us with. I'm proud of my heritage and grateful to be recognised as a Kiwi Indian who has made something of a contribution to Aotearoa, as have so many people before me and who will after me. Nō reira, tēnā koutou katoa, namaste, good evening.
Congratulations again, Una, on that phenomenal achievement. Now, we did actually have a beautifully crafted video that told the story of her contribution to the Kiwi Indian community. We had a little bit of a technical glitch, but I'm told that we are going to upload that video onto our social media. So if you'd like to pop online after the awards, you'll be able to treat yourself to her journey across the most recent few years. So congratulations again. What an incredible achievement. Now we have another finale act, riveting dance act, taking to the stage just in a moment. No night celebrating the Kiwi Indian community could be complete without a Bollywood-style number, of course. Now, DanceWorks has spent more than 2 decades inspiring dancers and sharing the joy of Bollywood through vibrant choreography and unforgettable performances. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for DanceWorks.
और उनकी बहनों। क्या है कि घड़ी में बज गए हैं 12, इसके पहले कि सिम्बा का चढ़ जाए पारा, सब हो जाओ यहाँ से 9, 2, 11।
लड़की ओ लड़की आंख मारे ओ लड़की आंख मारे ओ लड़की आंख मारे। मेरे इशारे पे तो दिनों दिन नाचा जो ट्विटर पे ट्रेंड हो गया। तुझे मेरा वाला डांस ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू। ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू। ये है मेरा वाला डांस तो नाचू। Make it hot like fire। मूंछों में अकड़ के गाँव भरे, जब मोजड़ियों में पाँव धरे, जब पाँव धरे। आय हाय नाजुक सी मोम की मूरत से बड़ा पत्थर दिल बर्ताव करे, पत्थर दिल बर्ताव करे, बर्ताव करे। उई अम्मा हाय हाय मैं तो मर गई, उई अम्मा मैं तो टूट के बिखर गई, उई अम्मा उई अम्मा उई अम्मा उई अम्मा चुई मुई सी हिरनिया, उई अम्मा दिल भेड़िया से डर गई, उई अम्मा उई अम्मा उई अम्मा। Are you ready for something new and hot? तारे गिन गिन याद च तेरी मैं तां जागा रातां नूं, रोक न पावां अखियां विचों गम दियां बरसातां नूं। ओ हो हो इश्क तेरा तड़पावे।
How good was that? What a way to end things off. It's inspired me to perhaps even start a dance floor in a hot minute after that amazing performance. Now, before we conclude all of the formalities, I'd like to welcome up Dev Nidkami again to the stage to just share a few words before we tuck into our dinners.
Thank you, Wilhelmina. And first of all, apologies for not being able to play that video for Una. And we're going to put that up on social media shortly. But as you go out, please grab a copy of the Indian Weekender of the edition which was released today. And you will find all the pictures and a profile of all the winners, including Una there. It's my privilege to now give a vote of thanks on behalf of Indian Weekender. As we bring this glittering evening to a close, ladies and gentlemen, may I express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has helped make tonight such a memorable occasion. Our sincere thanks to the Honourable Prime Minister, Right Honourable Christopher Luxon and Mrs. Amanda Luxon for being with us and gracing the occasion and participating so wholeheartedly in tonight's celebrations. We're equally grateful to Her Excellency, the High Commissioner of India to New Zealand, Ms. Mohanpui Sayavi. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Our thanks also go to the Ministers of the Crown, Members of Parliament, community leaders, and all our distinguished guests. Your presence has added greatly to the significance of this very special occasion. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding Hall of Fame recipients. Tonight we celebrate your achievements, your leadership, and your contribution to our community. You are the true stars of the evening, and we look forward to your continuing inspiration in the years ahead. Let's give them an applause, ladies and gentlemen. A very special word of thanks goes to our sponsors whose generous support made this evening possible. Our platinum sponsor, NIB, our diamond sponsor, the Asia and New Zealand Foundation. Give an applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our gold sponsors, Kiwi Bank, Barfoot and Thompson, UP Education, Kiwiana Migration, Kashish Foods, Slumber Zone, and Service Foods. Our silver sponsors, Bank of India, New India Assurance, Bank of Baroda, Global Finance, the Auckland Business Chamber, Forum Films, and our supporting partners, 5 Star and Bling Celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, please give all our sponsors a huge round of applause collectively. We also extend a heartfelt appreciation to the talented artists who entertained us tonight, our event managers, the audiovisual and sound technicians, and the graphic designers whose creativity helped bring this event to life. It takes weeks and weeks of practice, ladies and gentlemen, to put this thing together. So let's have an applause for everybody concerned. A special thank you to our wonderful Master of Ceremonies, Wilhelmina O'Keefe, who's guided us through the evening with such grace and professionalism. Finally, our sincere thanks to the outstanding team at Cordis Auckland, our catering staff, our dedicated volunteers, and last but certainly not the least, the incredible Indian Weekender team. Their months of hard work behind the scenes have made tonight possible. Thank you all for being here. Have a safe journey home, and we look forward to welcoming you again next year. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dev. What a night, what a vibe. Congratulations to all of our incredible winners tonight. I know I said it at the start of the night, but it is an honour and a privilege to be brought back here again to be your MC for the 4th year. Not in a row, not quite, but the 4th year. I've thoroughly enjoyed this evening, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening. Just a couple of notes for our winners tonight and also our sponsors. We'd ask that you could please come up to the stage area for some photos. The rest of you, though, please enjoy the evening, enjoy the dinner, mix and mingle and marinade in this beautiful evening of celebration. So thank you very much again and enjoy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to invite the Prime Minister, Right Honorable. We would like to invite the Prime Minister on the stage. And first, we would like to invite all the winners of today to please come with your trophies. We would like to start the photo session. All the winners first, please. All the winners, can you please make your way to the stage? Can I please request all the winners be on the stage only? All the others, can you please step off the stage so that we can proceed with the photography? Only the winners on the stage, please.
So I think we might have just said it, but all of the winners tonight, any recipient of an award tonight during the ceremony, we'd love to have you up on stage to have a picture with our Prime Minister. So if you received an award tonight, please pop up onto stage. We'd love for you to get a photograph with the Prime Minister. No.
That's right, we were there. I know. Was that the Prime Minister's one? Was that a different one? That was a different one.
So if you're a winner of an award tonight and you haven't popped up onto stage to have a picture with the Prime Minister, if you could make your way up here, this is your moment for a snapshot with our PM, all of the winners of tonight's awards. Please make your way to the stage for a photograph. I'll just go get my page. Oh, sorry. I'll just go get my page.
ये लिखो 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 ना मैं सीक्वेंस बता रहा हूँ उसके बाद एशियन न्यूजीलैंड
Alrighty, we've had our winners up on stage for a photograph. We'd now like to invite our sponsors tonight. So that's NIB, the Asia New Zealand Foundation, Barfoot and Thompson, Kiwi Bank, Up Education, Kiwiana Immigration, Kashish Foods NZ, Slumber Zone, Service Foods. If you could please come to the stage for a photograph with the Prime Minister. We've also got our other sponsors, Bank of India, New India Assurance, Bank of Baroda, Global Finance, Auckland Business Chamber, Forum Films, 5 Star Print and Bling. If you are with any of those sponsors, please make your way up onto the stage for a photograph. Now is your chance to make the use of the stage space, snap your moment in time tonight. That's all of our sponsors from tonight. Any representatives, please make your way to the stage for a picture with the Prime Minister. So that's all sponsors for tonight's event. We'd love for you and your representatives to make your way to the stage for a photograph. So if you haven't heard already, it's our sponsors' turn to make their way up onto stage for a picture with our Prime Minister. So if you're a sponsor of tonight's event, please can you and your representatives make your way up onto the stage. So again, that's any sponsors, if you can make your way up onto the stage. And for those of you who haven't made your way outside the ballroom, dinner is being served in the main auditorium area just outside this ballroom. So make sure you grab yourself a plate and enjoy.
You have done an amazing job.
I think the TV is looking for you.